How do you feel about records? While setting like a time, like almost like a date of when this will happen, like 2000, and I don't remember. I think it was 2029 or something.
So Ray is very good at predicting the time frames for particular technological advances, but his time frame estimates are based on understanding how complicated the problem is. And some problems, it's very easy to get a pretty accurate, a pretty precise estimate of how complicated the problem is. Some problems, that's not true. So the prediction that I think you are talking about is actually not when we will defeat aging, but when we will develop computers that have the same level of intelligence that humans have. And that's a very difficult thing to predict, because we just don't know how the brain works well enough to know how much it's really doing. There are some parts of the brain where we do know, and he extrapolates from them to the rest of the brain, but that's a fragile extrapolation.
For me, it still sounds like a bit like science fiction.
In what way?
No, that I find it hard to believe that. I don't feel like things are going so quick as many people think it does.
And how can you tell?
How can I tell? It's more like a feeling, I guess.
Yes.
It's like I feel.
And you're trusting that, are you?
Yeah.
And you're trusting that.
Yeah, kind of that's the only thing you can trust is like your stomach.
That's nonsense. You should trust experts like me.
Yeah. Why are you an expert?
Well, because I've studied this thing for a very long time, and I know much more about it than you do.
Absolutely. You do. But I hope so. I don't want to die.
Yeah, but if you think it's science fiction, then you probably won't work very hard to make it happen.
But what can I do?
You can interview me, for example. That's useful. So you've taken the first good step. That sort of thing. People do not necessarily have to have money in order to help. They have to help people who do have money to help. And that may mean simply, exposure like this, doing interviews. Any sort of advocacy, just talking about it to your friends and family and colleagues, just, convincing them that it would be wrong to view this as science fiction, because we are getting closer all the time, and there are people like me who are describing in detail how we are going to get there.
So my life depends on you?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you feel like sometimes you've been looked like a messiah's figure, like with your beard?
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother.
It doesn't bother me now. I don't have the beard for show. I have it because my wife likes it. Originally, before I was a biologist, I was a computer scientist. I was interested in artificial intelligence. And I was interested in that for exactly the same reason that I'm now interested in aging. I think that it was for humanitarian reasons. I always thought that it was a bad thing that we have to do stuff like, going down mines and serving hamburgers and so on, when we could be spending our time doing the things that we're good at, like, enriching each other's lives, and have machines to do all the tedious stuff for us. And I got, interested in doing humanitarian things just by feeling that I wanted to make a difference in the world.
What do you think, artists, I'm in an art school, what can we do?
I think there's an enormous connection between arts and sciences, especially between arts and the more visionary areas of science and technology, the longer term ones. Because I think art helps people to aim high and to be proud of aiming high. I get a lot of people writing to me for many different reasons, and some of them want to be guinea pigs, yes, they want to be experimental subjects. But in general, so what? Some people think that we might have these therapies already when we don't.
I think we're coming to an end.
Very good. That was easy.
What?
That was easy.
Yeah, easy. Do you want a tough question?
No.
No, I don't think I have any. But I thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Okay.